Hello, hello, hello. Hi, it's me, Emma, your artist, and it's part one of Drawing Us Together, which is all about what makes us
Happy! Happy! Happy!
What makes you happy?
Music. Gaming.
Dressing up and playing with my new toys with my family.
Nice. So the first thing we're going to have to do is think about what makes us most happy. You need to mind map this and really have a good think about what it is that makes you most happy. So what makes me happy? I've done a worksheet you might want to use for this, or you could just do it on a scrap of paper or on a whiteboard, but just write that out in the middle and start thinking. So for me, it's cats and kittens. Here's my new little kittens, Pepper and Ziggy. Plus, what else do I love? I've got a real thing for a nice cold Diet Coke. That makes me happy when I've been working really hard. What else? Oh, I know. A nice cup of tea when someone makes it for me. Oh, that makes me so happy. And of course, because I'm a mum, I love having hugs from my 3 lovely daughters. Oh yeah, now I've got a weird thing that makes me happy. It's cranes. I've always loved cranes ever since I was a little kid. I love pictures of cranes, real cranes, toys of cranes. They all make me ridiculously happy. Maybe you've got something strange that makes you happy. Oh, another one of mine is splashing through puddles in my car. Not splashing people, of course, just splashing through the puddles. Oh yes, this makes me ridiculously happy. So there you go, that would do for me. That's my mind map of things that make me happy, and I'm ready to start doing some actual art. So for this, we need our green paper. We've already sent that to your school, and we're going to use what artists call a limited palette. On our green paper, we're going to be using materials which are either green, black, or grey. So that's green pens, grey pencils, anything that you've got, even paint, as long as it's grey or green or black, no other colours but that. So we will use our limited palette of whatever materials we've got to create some text art. And text art is where artists use words instead of pictures. So there's lots of artists that do this, artists from Manchester and all around the world. And of course, you don't have to use just words in English. You can use words in any language that you like. This is one that I really like, which is where English and Arabic have been joined together to create these patterns. So text art is simply that, art that uses words and uses letters instead of pictures. Let's make some of our own. And because we're starting the project on International Mother Languages Day, let's use lots of different languages. I've made some worksheets to help you that your teacher might have printed up, or they could put them up on the whiteboard for you. These worksheets have happy in 100 different languages, and you can cut out and glue them on to make some collage, or you can just copy them. It's just the alphabet, which you can use to spell out some of your words, cut those out. And this again is the happy in lots of different languages, and you could share these out around the classroom. You could copy one, then swap over, so you can keep going and having lots of different languages. So try to get different languages onto your work, whether you want to use worksheets or just have your teacher put it up on the board. So let's make our artwork called Happy. I set myself the challenge of making as many different pieces as I could in 45 minutes just to see what's possible. And sometimes it's very simple, like this one where I just used a black marker pen, and then others are a bit more complicated. So this one I'm using some of those lovely words from different cultures and countries. And just because we're doing text art doesn't mean you can't draw on there as well. If you like drawing, feel free to do whatever you like. You can't really do this wrong. Here I am doing some text art with collage. I think this one looks really good, and it's a great one to do if you find writing difficult because it's all there for you. You can just draw some images on. Now I'm cutting out individual letters to make words there. So I've got cat because that's what makes me happy, and splashing through the puddles, and crane and hugs. Got all of those on there along with some words meaning happy in different languages. And I think that's quite an effective one. So you can use the collage, but if you have nothing else in your room apart from a pencil, you can still do some really effective stuff here. all I've done here is I've used my pencil and I've taken some of those words meaning happy in different languages and I've scattered those on all different directions. You don't have to do it in one way or the other. And then I've started putting on words that make me happy. So like my splashes on there and tea. But then I've also broken some of my words up into individual letters because we don't have to have it all spelling out the words correctly. This is one I tried with just a biro. So if you've only got a biro, you can have a go. And here I did lots of writing. I wrote the phrase, tea makes me really happy and hugs make me really happy and kittens make me really happy over and over again. And then I did them in the other direction as well. So they ended up making this quite a nice crisscross pattern of words on there, which I think is really nice. But it didn't stand out enough for me, so I decided to do some more on that one. And so what I did was I used a black felt tip and I started writing on there, and instead of doing the crisscross patterns, I made it go into a spiral going round and round just to make it look a bit different. I also came up with some new things as well that I'd been thinking about that make me happy, and that's fine. If ideas come to you as you go along, that's great. I've put on here playing with my friend's kid called Cohen. He's very cute, and reading stories to my daughter, and knowing that my parents are safe and well, that makes me happy. So you can add to ideas as you go along. You don't have to just stick with what you originally came up with. And I think they're really effective. And basically, you can see there how there's loads of different ideas and loads of different ways of doing it. And none of them are wrong. As long as you've used that limited palette of the green, black and grey. And as long as you've got some words on there, so it's text art. Again, you can add pictures as well if you'd like to. And preferably you've got some words there in different languages, because that's really nice as we're celebrating people coming from all over the world. And there we go. There's some examples. You just need to make one, but play with it. Have fun with it. You can't go wrong. And remember, it's art, not a spelling test. So if you spell anything wrong, it doesn't matter. Now, making our happy artwork is just the beginning, because now we're doing a really important thing, which is to share our work. We need to show it to the outside world. We need to share it with each other so we can all see what we're doing across all the different schools. But we also need to share it with everyone else in Manchester or in our country, or in fact, in the whole world. So we want you to put this online. We want you to take lots of photos of your work. It can be pictures of yourself if you're allowed to do that, or pictures of your work all displayed looking great around the place, and post it up online. And the important thing is you use the hashtag happy, safe and free. That way we can find each other's work. Your teacher would do this. And remember, you have to keep happy safe, because we'll be using it again later in the year. Bye for now, everybody. Happy making.